let's talk day of surgery. So I was supposed to be there at 5 o'clock in the morning. I get there about 20 minutes before. They take me back into pre-admission, and they, do the basics if you ever had surgery before. They bring you back, make sure you don't have any jewelry on, strip you down to a gown, check who you are. If you're a guy, they'll shave your stomach if you have a lot of hair on it. And that was pretty much it. And then they wheeled me to the pre-staging area, I guess. I don't know what they call it, pre-surgery, I guess. And that's where they put the RV in my hand and started me on fluids and gave me a drug to relax, even though I wasn't really nervous. I guess they give it to everybody just in case. And they start prepping you for the operation room. Once they did all that, I got up to pre-op probably 20 minutes before my surgery. And from there, they brought me back to the operating room, wheeled me down the hallway to the operating room. You can always tell, if you've never had surgery before, or if you have surgery before, and you probably relate to this, but you can always tell when you're getting close to the operating room because it gets colder. They keep the operating room at a very low temperature to stop disease and bacterias and all that stuff because, it's cold. They can't do their thing. So they brought me back to the operating room. The last thing I remember is getting moved over to the operating table, them laying me back, and that was it. That's the last thing I remember. I don't remember them putting a mask on my face or nothing like that. That's all I remember. The next thing I remember is being waking up in recovery, trying to open my eyes, and I couldn't really see because it was really blurry. And them just making sure I was okay. I have a tendency when I wake up to pull the mask off my face. At least I did on the last 2 surgeries I've had. So they had to come over and prevent me from doing that and keeping the air, O2 oxygen on my face. And then next thing I remember is waking up in the room where my dad was, where I'd spend the next day and a half. That's pretty much how surgery went. There was no craziness. There was no, for me anyways, there was no being scared. There was nothing. It was pretty relaxed. I was pretty relaxed and pretty calm. And then, like I said in the last video, when I was back in the room, that's when the first thing I wanted to do was sit up. No questions asked. Told the nurses to get back. I was sitting up because there was so much pressure and gas from them filling your stomach full of stuff. What they do is they fill your stomach full of I think it's carbon dioxide or something like that to inflate your stomach to make sure it's sealed. And what they also do for me, they did to me anyways, they put this blue liquid down your throat. And I had blue running down each side of my mouth and stuff. I looked like I freaking ate a Smurf or something. But they fill your stomach up with that to make sure there's no leaks. And after they sew it up, and that's it. I have 5 scars. I have 1 up here. I have 2 on either side, down low. And I have 1 in the center above my belly button. And I have another one in between the lower one and this top one. And that's where they pulled my stomach out of. They don't leave your stomach in you. The part that they detach, they pull out. So your stomach is in a long, slender tube. They say kind of like about the size of a small to medium banana. Can hold 4 to possibly 6 ounces. More towards 4 ounces. When it comes to after surgery and feeling hungry and stuff like that, be honest to God, the first couple days I felt that hunger a little bit, but now a week out, 2 week and a half out, I have to remind myself to eat. I thought it was a cliche. Oh yeah, whatever, remind yourself. No, I really have to look at the clock and say, hey, it's 12:30 or 12:20 or 8 o'clock. Maybe you should eat something before it gets too late. Because I try to stick to 3 meals a day. And protein shakes. So, Big thing after surgery is stick to your liquid diet. Don't try to force it. Don't try to rush it. Stick to your liquid diet. Some people say they've had trouble swallowing or drinking after surgery. I had zero issues whatsoever. I couldn't drink a lot at one time, which you're not supposed to be able to. You're supposed to sip. And that was it. I didn't have any issues drinking or anything. But some people say they have issues drinking. I don't know if that's if you've had the upper hernia that they talk about during surgery that they have to fix. I don't know if that causes you. Probably it's like an up here hernia up here in your aorta or whatever. I didn't have that, so I don't know if that's because that's why I don't have trouble drinking. But I hear a lot of people say that if they had that, they have trouble drinking. I don't know if that coincides with each other. I really don't know. I'm not a doctor or nothing like that, so I couldn't tell you. But from what people say, they do have issues with that. Some people have issues drinking. I didn't have any issues. I could kind of gulp a bottle of water down pretty quick if I wanted to, but I don't. I keep it slow because if you fill your stomach up too fast, you do have a lot of discomfort. It trying to work its way down and stuff like that. So next video, we'll talk about some other stuff. And like I said, if you have any questions, comments, statements, anything you want me to cover, leave a message down below. And I'll do the best I can to get it worked into the system. If it's something that I really want to talk about, or if you heard somebody say something on YouTube and it kind of freaked you out, maybe I can help you out and help you calm down a little bit. Thanks for watching. Y'all take care.